Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. This is the Doug TenNapel Show, where all the happy patriots hang out together right here in exile. Now that Trump is winning, we are winning, but Biden has a few more weeks of losing on his way out, even with the pardons he's giving right now to death row, mass murderers, and people who have killed youth, attacked women. The most violent criminals, of course, are the ones that are on death row. He didn't free them, but he made sure that they didn't get the death penalty is all. So they'll get life in prison, but hopefully, life has a way of taking care of these things in prison sometimes. The bigger question is, to me, this is a giant Obama thing, because I don't think Joe Biden has the wherewithal to excuse these people. I don't think he has the mental acuity to make the demand. So this is a long-time radical leftist position to remove the death penalty. And I believe that's Barack Obama behind the scenes. We'll get into that a little more, but what do you think? Is this, it's going to be one of two questions. Is it Biden who's doing these removal of the death penalty, or is it someone else? Like, is Biden doing it? Entirely possible. He's that demented. Or is it someone else? And if it is someone else, who do you think it is? It's going to be like a panel of, say, Hakeem Jeffries, might be Nancy Pelosi, might be Barack Obama. And that's, I'm guessing, even though I haven't heard enough about him at the White House. Here's some tweets real quick. Now, this is Mike Davis about the character of Joe Biden. This is probably how he's going to be remembered. Joe Biden's a blankophile. Now, when I first heard that said, that was probably in 2020. And I first heard it said here on YouTube by Be Hizzy. And I thought, buddy, I think you crossed a line. I don't think you throw that word around to just anyone. And now 4 years later, I think Be Hizzy got it completely right, and he was entirely within his right to say it. And, the more that we learn about Biden, he's a really dark, creepy, evil guy, longtime evil with his entire family. So I have a correction to make. Be Hizzy, you got it right. Who preyed on his own kids, and we know that he did prey on his own kids. Weird showers, which we knew about that back in 2020. But one of the ways that he preyed on Hunter is Biden never should have run, knowing that his son Hunter was having life and death problems with drugs and family and shameful problems. That he and Jill Biden, their response should have been, we really shouldn't run and stress the family. We should go away and try and, recuperate. And so by their running, he put his own kids at risk and grandkids at risk. Biden destroyed our border. That's a fact. So he's the gift that keeps on giving. That is, he didn't just destroy his own family, the innocence in his own family. He destroyed the innocence of, I would think, thousands of other families. Laken Riley's family. We have the Guatemalan illegal who set the woman on fire on the subway just recently. These are all avoidable. These are all on his watch. These are all his responsibility. He caused death and chaos. Now, those are the fruits of voting Democrat. And if you voted for Kamala Harris, then I'm going to lay that one at your feet again, too, that you're too naive to be in charge of anything and protect America. The next one is Biden threw the book at political enemies. We know that's true for sure with Trump and all the indictments against him, that we're finding collusion between the Department of Justice, Biden's Department of Justice, and probably Fani Willis, who's not willing to cough up the documents, but we will find them, and other communications with Jack Smith. In the recent report by Loudermilk, that they believe that Jack Smith is going to be a viable place to find. They know what they're looking for, is how they've put it. That means, I believe, they know what the email says. They can't legally say how they know, meaning they probably spied or got a drive that they don't have legal access to yet. They're also going after Liz Cheney using that same information. Biden gave leniency to child blankists and murderers, which is true. We now know that he came off the death penalty for them. That was just in his most recent tranche of 1,500 people on death row, one of the largest pardons ever. Not a complete pardon where they can go free, but a pardon that they don't have to face the death penalty anymore. And to them, that's compassion. And it also goes against God's law that says, if you kill a man, then by man's hand you shall be killed. So Biden is even anti-God, anti-10 commandments, anti the Bible in the way that he performs his justice. This next comment is Biden is the worst president ever. I don't see how that's even arguable. In my lifetime, Jimmy Carter was there in my lifetime. He was nowhere near as bad as Biden, although he was worse on our economy. He's not as bad of a man, though he probably did harm a lot of people too. Truly a sick, broken, miserable failure. That's how Joe Biden will be remembered. And the thing that in this Christmas season, as I think of Jesus coming to the earth, the thing that bugs me the most are the Christians who are discrediting Christ, the Christians who are for Biden, and the Christians who voted for Kamala Harris, the evangelicals, how they are terrible in the sadness that they are performing and endorsing through the president. That's my opinion on them. Now, here's Molly Hemingway on Biden. The two problems with the claim that Biden knowingly commuted these sentences and did it as a matter of principled objection to the death penalty. Listen to this great logic from Molly. Number one, why didn't he do it on day one if it were truly a matter of principle? See, on day one of his presidency in 2020, he could have pardoned all of these felons. So that's what you do if it was principled. Number two, why did it exclude anyone if it were truly a matter of principle? That is, there's some people whose crimes were so bad, or maybe they were white or something, and he did not commute their sentence, for their death penalty. So those are two arguments against it being principled. And then if it's not principled, it's probably political. Now, here's a quick graphic I saw. The mask of Biden falls off, and there's Barack Obama driving the car. Because Biden is the Obama is the political brains behind Biden. And then finally, I'm just giving you a quick poll to end on a slightly lighter note. This is breaking. Kamala Harris leads J.D. Vance for the first 2028 general election poll. They're already polling, and the polls are already lying, guys. They have Kamala Harris ahead she has 47% up one, and J.D. Vance is 46%. Final poll, Harris +2. It's a little early for polling. I don't see why we will ever believe polling ever again, but I like playing this game because J.D. Vance, if they do end up running, will mop the floor with Kamala Harris. I don't think Democrats are dumb enough to run her again. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are the Democrats dumb enough to run Kamala Harris again? I'm Doug in Exile.